Do you want to learn how to make your deadlift better without even touching a bar? Well, keep watching and I will show you how. So why am I giving you deadlift tips? Well, I'm not a bad deadlifter myself. My biggest deadlifts are 185 kilos raw, and then I did a 210 kilo suited pull at SFN Expo, which was the European Deadlift and Log Championships, where I came second to Rhiannon Lovelace. So you know, I ain't bad at this stuff and I think it's worth your listen.
Easy! Up!
Before we start, don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you can keep up to date with all of my latest videos. Top secret that I'm sharing with you today on how to improve your deadlift is learn how to use your ass. Two most important things in strongman are bracing and your butt. So today I am going to show you 3 activation exercises that you can use to get your glutes firing to ensure that you have a big ass solid pull. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is probably the best glute activation exercise there is, and it is so simple. It's just a step up. So I've got these mats and a plate on top, but you can use your stairs, you can use your decking, anything that's higher than the floor. So what you're going to do, foot flat, make sure it's screwing in big toe, little toe and heel, so your foot is very secure on that surface. And then what you're going to do is you're going to drive up using this leg, your front leg. You do not want to be pushing off your back leg. So making sure to keep your knee over your toe. What we don't want to see is your knee coming in and you just going like this. That's not doing anything. So you need to be keeping nice and tight. So squeeze that bottom first so you've got a nice brace. Keep your shoulders over your hips and push up with this leg. If you're struggling to feel it, you can put your hand on your glute. Nice big squeeze. If that's too easy and you feel you need some additional weight, you can by all means have a kettlebell dumbbell in your hand and just makes that a little bit harder. And chain flex. Screw your foot in. Make sure you're using the leading leg. Hand on if you can't feel it. And you can do that. High reps are really good on this because it just really gets it firing. So like 3 sets of 20 and you're good. And I will show you the next exercise now. Exercise number 2 is glute bridges. So I will show you that now. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few different variations of the glute bridge because there are so many different ways you can do it, and I think as long as you're doing it, it's just personal preference, to be honest, when you are trying to activate your glutes. So first is just basic glute bridge on the floor. So what you want to do, have everything flat, so you want to pelvic tilt, which means bring your hips up and your hips up to your rib cage, so your back is flat on the floor, so you can't get any hands under there. We don't want an overextended spine, so flat. Heels fairly high. If you have your heels out here, your hamstrings are going to take over, and we're trying to target the glutes now, so feet up towards your hips, facing forward, get that pelvic tilt, and all you're going to do is push up. And again, if you can't feel it in your glutes, try putting your hands on and really feel those muscles fire. And you're trying to keep that nice neutral spine all the way through. If you're really finding it difficult to feel it, I help it find if I elevate my feet. So again, you can use a step, anything, feet up. Again, aiming to have that pelvic tilt, hands on, and squeeze. So the squeeze at the top, I describe it as cottage cheese bum. So you know when you like squeeze your bottom and you can see all the cellulite and it looks like cottage cheese, that's what you're trying to get when you squeeze that bum. So feet up, belly button to the floor, up, cottage cheese bum. Again, if you feel it more in your hamstrings, just move a bit closer. And there we go. butt is firing. Another variation that can be done with this is by doing it single leg. So we already did the single leg with the step ups, but it's literally the best way to activate your glutes. It works on stabilisation as well. So single leg glute bridge, it's exactly the same principle. So belly button down to the floor, heels towards your bum, except you're going to have one leg out in front of you, and what you're going to do is exactly the same. Push and really squeeze and try and get that cottage cheese bum. And the other leg. And that is glute bridges. Third and final exercise is the dog wheat. It sounds hilarious, but I find it really targets my glutes really well. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. What you want to be doing is getting yourself on all fours. So hands kind of shoulder width apart, legs shoulder width apart. You're going to have that neutral spine again. We don't want an overextended spine. We're not trying to show off our bums. Neutral spine. So if you squeeze your bum, it'll get it into the right position, and then use your abs to keep that in place. So what you're going to do is you're going to lift your leg up to the side like you are a dog having a wee. When you get to there, you're going to push back. You should feel it really intensely right there. So I'm going to do that again. To the side, up. So it's really important when you're doing this that you're keeping both arms straight, so you're keeping a stable base. If you're doing this, like, your spine's going to end up everywhere and you're not going to be hitting the right spot. And then on the other side, don't rush the movement. Take it nice and slow so you can really feel that contraction. Again, reps I would say do relatively high, but it really doesn't take me long to feel it on the exercise. So I find around 2 or 3 sets of 8 and I'm ready to go. I want you to give those exercises a try before your next deadlift session and comment below and let me know how you got on. Remember to like, subscribe and share, and I will see you all again very soon.